Hey guys, it's me again. Today I kind of wanted to recount a story, not only because I've gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers lately, but also because you guys seem to like a whole lot of these shorter little stories from my life, especially as it relates to like romance and stuff like that. And I originally covered this in a video that I posted like months ago, but that video was like 20 minutes long and not a lot of people saw it. But and I think this story is very um sweet, also very unfortunate, but yeah, I wanted to talk about, likely, obviously I can never be 100% sure, the only girl that was ever in love with me. Um and basically it was a girl from high school, who honestly we were acquaintances. We hadn't even really like met all that much or talked all that much. She was one of the most popular girls in school. Um, very smart, very sweet, on every single like club or council, right? Um, she was one of those girls, the theater kid, cheerleading, everything. Um, and so yeah, and one day in my junior and then in my senior uh years as well, she injured her foot and her leg really badly, so she had to be casted up basically. And at my school, at least, only special needs people could use the elevators. Usually the aide that was with me carried the key and we could leave early. But the exception was, of course, those people that, had injured themselves. And around this time, I had also done like a podcast with one of my friends. And if there's any interest in it, I think it's still on the Internet Archive. I would have to dig up my login for it and stuff like that, but I can dig that up for you guys. We only did like 2 episodes, but anyway, um, he, my friend who was a teacher at my high school. I know you're not supposed to be friends with them, do stuff with them outside of class, but we were really good friends. We still are really good friends. Um, I even think he subscribed. If you're watching this, hi. Um. Anyway, yeah, he taught at the school. He was a really well loved teacher, like super interesting guy, right? He showed or he put on the podcast for his class one day during, the lazy days after exam season. And this girl that broke her foot and had to use the elevator, we started seeing each other. And she was in that class. She was in his class. And I forget how exactly we got to the topic of it. But I started asking him, like, yeah, if he knew him and, like, how I was doing the podcast. And all of a sudden, she got really quiet and said, I know. He showed it to us. And I'm like, oh, crap. And instead of taking advantage of that, right? Um, all I could think about was how mad I was that he showed the podcast to them, because I talked about having my heart broken and stuff like that. And that's all I could think about, literally, anyway. And in the elevator, keep in mind, it's only like 20 or 30 seconds, right? It's not like we were having deep conversations in that time. Anyway, it started to, we, this started to be a continual thing over the year as her foot healed. And honestly, like, I don't know really what to tell you guys, because she started flirting with me a lot. Like, she would be silly, she would laugh at all the things that I said, and one day, and I'll never forget this, I will never forget this, we were in the elevator, and I guess she was being particularly flirty that day, I don't know, but my aide left us alone, so he must have noticed, and we're in there, right, just the two of us, and we're talking. I think the door wouldn't close, or like it wouldn't open. I don't remember, but she said that she wanted to kidnap me. And this is very, very, like, not the usual thing I would say, but I was actually smooth, and I said in a joking tone, "Oh, please, I would love that," or something to that effect. And she started cracking up. I've never seen a girl crack up that much for anything that I've said. And yeah, and eventually prom season rolled around, right? And she was like, "So, Gabe, are you gonna go to prom?" Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And, I was even more of a doomer than I am now, and like depressed and so I was like, of course not. Prom is dumb. Why would I go to prom? And she was like, "Oh." And then another time, she was in a play, and she she was like all like innocent and stuff. "You should go." And I'm like, I guess I wasn't in the mood that day either, and I'm like, "Oh, think about it," like very meanly, like I'm an idiot, bro. I'm an idiot. Don't be like me, kids. Don't be like me. Don't be a dumbass. But yeah, I didn't end up going. And then the next year, she invited me to be on the student yearbook committee. And I think I went to like one meeting, but then I never went again. Same reason, just the total like doomer, like whatever the heck, man. And like finally, in her first year of college, she came back to the high school. I was a super senior because I decided to take an internship, and they sort of put me in like a whatever easy A class, but I was an intern over there. And I didn't catch her. Now, this isn't necessarily my fault. I had a very important end of school, or I guess end of high school level meeting to go to. And I didn't catch her, but lo and behold, I was taking classes at the local community college, and lo and behold, there are books there for my first semester. The day that she came, and I asked, who dropped off these books here, and everybody played dumb. They wouldn't tell me. They were like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know who it was." That same day, she was there, bro. Um, Now I don't think she bought all of the books for me, for sure. I think some of the teachers pitched in because they really like me, but I definitely think that she she bought some of them. This girl literally bought me books for my first semester of college, and I didn't think it was important to go and see her, bro. What the heck, bro? What the heck? And then, like, I tried reaching out to her, but she ignores me. She doesn't talk to me anymore, and I understand that because I don't talk to my first love. I don't talk to the people that I or to the person that I was in love with anymore because that's too painful. So I get it, but that's just a story of how I probably missed my one chance to be with a girl that actually was in love with me.